Okay, so coming back, it's Carl Joan here. I'm back with another replay review today, or a coaching session, if that's the word you want to use. Just the same thing. So one guy sent me two videos. One where he's playing Lulu, and he said that his friends were in the Discord call with him, and I didn't want to listen to that. Then he had one Janna video in which he says he loses pretty quickly, and I thought that I haven't seen the video yet, but I thought that since Janna is my most played champion this season, and I have a fairly good win rate with her, and I'm Diamond 2 currently, I figured I could review his Janna gameplay. And so that's what I'm thinking. So I just quickly want to go over the couple of things. First of all, one thing that I see low elo Janna players mess up all the time is they really don't utilize this Janna's passive, which is that she gives 8% bonus movement speed to nearby ally champions moving towards her, which means that they must be behind her, basically, to get the movement speed bonus. And just wanted to check the OPGG. I haven't watched the game yet, but there basically is never... By the way, this is his OPGG. He is Silver 2, 70 LP. Let me see how many games he's played. Oh, he hasn't played a lot of games, so that's probably something he should be doing if he wants to climb. And these are his runes and masteries. And this is my OPGG. I played 400 games of her. And I use these same runes and masteries basically every single time on Janna. So I just want to compare them quickly. So first of all, there is usually never any reason to take Q level 1 unless you're solo invading. And if you aren't solo invading, or excuse me, if your team isn't invading, then you shouldn't take Q level 1. So I'll have to check that in the replay. Other than that, your skill maxing order is correct, that in the sense that you max E first, and then you take W max, and then you max Q at last. Well, you don't in this game because you don't get levels, but you would max Q. Q is the last spell that you max. For runes, let's compare. I take armor marks, I think that's good. Ability, glyphs, I think you can take magic resist here if you want to. I take ability as well. Just know that if you want to be a bit more defensive, you can take magic resist. I think that's fine. We both have health seals. You take 1 mana regen seal. This doesn't really change anything. I just think it's dumb. It doesn't really grant you... I don't think you need mana regen on Janna in lane, basically. And it's 0.4. So this makes a very tiny difference. Basically no difference. Maybe you're just missing 1 health seal. You can't afford it yet with the IP. But when you do, you should change this to 9 seals of health. And then quints. I take 1 armor quintessence, which I think is good because it synergizes well with your health. Because right now you don't have any armor from... well, I guess you do have marks. I still think it's worth it to take 1 armor quint. But that's kind of nitpicking. It doesn't change a whole lot. Now for the masteries, main thing, well, most important thing is that you get Wind Speaker's Blessing. There's basically no other keystone which is worth taking on Janna, which you do. Taking magic or precision, which gives lethality and magic penetration, does not make sense on Janna, basically. Lethality is good against squishy targets who are high level, I believe. High leveled. And you don't deal a lot of 80 damage late game. And this doesn't really up your poke that much in lane. If you take intelligence, which gives you free CDR and increases your max CDR, it allows you to just spam your shields mainly more often, which is what's really important late game. It also helps in lane, actually, because you're not that limited by mana on Janna in lane. You take Bandit, which gives you free gold, which is correct, and then you take Meditation for mana, and then, you know, cookie and movement speed. Those are both correct. So just change this into CDR and you should be fine. And then you take, I don't even know, oh, Ferocity Tree it's called. You know, 2% increased ability damage. You don't deal a whole lot of damage with your ability, so this doesn't make sense. And then, you know, gain up to 3% increased damage. This isn't going to do much for you in lane, because you're not going to have 3 seconds worth of fights with enemies. You're basically going to trade with them, you know, 1, maybe 2 autos. So this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then you take Natural Talent. This doesn't do much. What you should be taking is Recovery for increased health regen, Explorer for so that you can roam more, and so that you're a bit harder to hook in lane if you're playing against a Thresh, or it's easier for you to dodge steel shots when you're in brushes and stuff like that. And then you can take Runic Armor if you want your shields to be stronger on yourself. But the thing about Janna is you want to be shielding your AD carry mainly, not yourself. So take Veteran Scars instead, I suggest, and Insight is the next thing you should take. So you should change your masteries to basically copy mine. And don't take Q level 1. If you only do this one game because you're invading, that's fine. But in general, you shouldn't be taking Q level 1. And if I quickly glance at your build, you start Coin, which is good. I think it's better than Spell Thief's Edge in general, which some channels like to run. You get Sightstone, which is fine. Some people like to skip Sightstone and just get Ardent Sensor immediately, but you know, your teammates might get mad at you if you do that. And Ardent Sensors synergizes extremely well with Twitch, actually, because his ultimate procs, what is it called? It procs on-hit effects. So if he ultis and it hits 2 people, then he gets Ardent Sensor procs on those 2 people, so he heals for basically twice as much as any other champion. Add to that fact that he's most likely going to be getting a Runaan's Hurricane, and he's going to be proccing Ardent Sensor on up to like 5 people in one auto. It's actually possible for Twitch to hit 5 people, get 5 procs in one auto, which will get him 5 times 30, 150 health from one auto. Add to that fact that you're shielding him for, I believe it's 240. Yeah, 240 shield plus the amplified shielding from Ardent Sensor and your ability power. So let's say you're shielding him for 300 damage. He can heal for up to 150 damage per one auto, and that's not factoring in his Blade of the Ruin King, which he's healing from. And then on top of that, he deals a ton of damage late game. So Janna Twitch combo is insanely strong. And I know a couple of people actually who has just duoed. I don't know them, I've seen them, who just duo Janna Twitch, and they just climb themselves into like master tier on the US server. And it seems very effective, and it's very obnoxious to play against. Very annoying, because you basically have to burst down Twitch very quickly. And since you have both Q and your ultimate for disengage, it becomes very, very difficult. One thing I do notice though is that you get Warden's Mail. This is most certainly a mistake. You should get either Redemption or Locket. The reason you want to get Redemption or Locket is Redemption gives you... Let me see, hold on. Redemption it increases your shields by 10%. And it gives you 10% CDR. But more importantly, when you hit Redemption or Locket on 5 people, then it gives all of your teammates Ardent Sensor, basically. So it improves your attack speed, and it gives their auto attacks extra damage and an extra attack speed. So as soon as you finish Ardent Sensor, you want to get either Redemption or Locket. Which order you build those items in, whether you go Redemption or Locket after Ardent Sensor, isn't the most important thing. What is important is that you get them as soon as possible. And I think that's it about your OPGG, so let's look at the replay. I can just tell you, for people watching this right now, that I checked this replay very briefly and I've noticed that the sound is very, very low. So you probably won't be able to hear anything in this video except my voice. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, it has been annoying. I can also quickly mention the fact that you take exhaust. Basically, ignite is pretty good on most supports, but not on Janna. So on Janna, you always want to run exhaust because your kill pressure in lane should be very low. On Janna, you just want to, sustain the lane and live through it, and then you carry through late game teamfights. Especially when you have a Twitch as well. Then you should never be able to win lane against Karma Caitlyn. Karma Caitlyn is one of the most oppressive lanes in the game because they can just push and push and push and push. And when you have Janna Twitch, you can't really counter the push. Janna has no wave clear except her Q, which isn't the best. And her shielding can't wave clear, of course. Wait. Okay. So your starting items here are correct. Nothing wrong with them. And you get into position to... Yeah, you should just sit here in this bush. This is where I usually sit to just make sure that they don't invade. And you can't really do much until... oh, so you have already leveled up Q. So you don't take it for some invade. You just level up Q. You should always get E level 1. Always get E. It also helps your jungler a lot because it gives him a lot more... a healthier leash, basically. And your Q doesn't do much level 1 in lane. But if you shield, you can shield either shield your AD carry if they're autoing him, or you shield yourself and you retaliate and auto the enemy. So this is a pretty big mistake, actually. Let me see if I can jump forward. Wait. It's one button, I think. No. Wait. Ah. Wait, oh fuck. Hold on. Okay. Wait, let me just check, because somebody told me how to skip in VLC. In the previous coaching I did. Let me see this. Shift left. Shift. Okay, let me see this. Wait. Okay, yeah, thank you. So I'll be using that. Okay, so you give your jungler a leash, and you don't have E, so you can't really help him. Well, since you have taken Q, you should at the very least Q this this red buff, so that it knocks the red buff up, so it can't attack Hecarim, and you deal some extra damage. Wait, also, you should be leaving before Twitch, this buff. If you leave before Twitch, then you're in front of him, he will follow you, and you will utilize your passive, so Twitch will run quicker. You will gain 8% bonus movement speed if you leave before Janna, or before Twitch, my bad. So right now Twitch leaves first, so he doesn't get your movement speed buff, which would help you, and you should just leave. Just join Twitch. No. Just join Twitch. As soon as your AD leaves, you must follow. But ideally, you should be leaving before your AD if you're playing Janna. And now you miss out XP. This is a small disaster, basically. You should be leaving... You should always be leaving so that you get all the XP. Ideally, you should be getting the creeps as well, or your AD. But you always want to get all the XP. You know, autoing the creeps there is good, but the problem is you can't shield Twitch because you don't have your E. So you not taking E level 1 is big mistake. And it's gonna cost you a lot this game, honestly. You wanna ward this bush as soon as possible. Just instantly ward this bush. Now you can see that Karma is pressuring you from the bush. Karma can walk up Karma can be standing here right now, or she could be here, or she could be anywhere in between. You have no idea. You need to ward this bush so she doesn't pressure you. Okay. And as you've noticed, I know I'm focusing on you taking the wrong spell level 1. You haven't used Q once, so it hasn't done anything good for you. Whereas if you'd used E, your Twitch would be full HP now. And you could shield that damage that you just took. Karma throwing a spell, you probably won't be able to dodge this spell because you don't have this warded. No, you get hit. And she gets an auto. If you ward this, she can't do that because you would see her walking up towards you. There you should hit level 2. Twitch hits level 2. You don't hit level 2 because you came late into lane. And this is going to cost you a lot. Because when the enemy team kills these minions, they will hit level 2. Your Twitch might not even know that you came to lane late, and he might think that you're level 2. This happens occasionally. And so he might be playing more aggressive just because he thinks you're level 2, because you should be level 2 right now. So you're in a bit of a tricky spot, and if they go aggressive when they hit level 2, you need to back off because you're not level 2. Okay. I forgot to check, wait, let me go back a bit. I forgot to check where the enemy jungler started. This is something you should be doing. Okay, so the enemy jungler starts here, because mid is not giving leash to raptors, and Kled is not giving leash to red. As soon as you notice this, just spam ping blue buff for your team, so they know where the jungler starts, okay? And that gives gives bot lane information that they can play a bit aggressive, and it gives top lane information that he needs to watch out for the level 3 gank. So let's go forward again. Still level 1. Wait. Oh, wait. So you ward this bush. You ward this bush, even though you know that the enemy jungler... I haven't seen what the enemy jungler is. Sorry about that. Even though you know the enemy jungler started blue buff. So the enemy jungler, if you just look at Hecarim, Hecarim has cleared 2 camps. He's cleared... No, my bad. He's cleared Krugs for some reason. So he's cleared 3 camps. He's clearing wolves right now. So if Hecarim has cleared about 3 camps, then the enemy jungler has probably done something like, well, you need blue, you need red, and then you need 1 more camp to hit level 3. So it's either probably, well, it could be wolves, Gromp, or raptors. Probably not Krugs, right? So the enemy jungler is either here right now, or it's taking this Krug. No, what is it called? Oh, I can't remember what the name of that creep is. But he's in this area, basically. In this square of the map. You don't need to ward right here. This is unnecessary. Okay. Also, by you warding there, it means you can't ward in this bush. So now Karma has all this pressure that Karma has had for 1 minute. Which you should have just shut down by just warding this instantly. Ugh. Okay. Wait. Wait. What the fuck? Wait. Okay. Is my... Oh, there we go. You level up your spells with your mouse. Just hit Control E and you level up with your buttons. And that's something you should get used to basically from day 1. Leveling up like this is very bad because it means you will have your mouse here instead of being able to focus on auto-attacking the enemy and stuff like that. So just get used to leveling up your abilities with your keyboard. Janna walks out. Now you have your ward up, or Karma walks out, sorry. Now you have your ward up, so you either tell Twitch to ward this, or you ward it yourself. And the way you tell Twitch is you ping this bush like 3 times, and then you just write ward. Shield yourself from the damage, that's okay. Now Twitch wards there, you should have told him to ward there, and you should have told him to do that like, you know, 1 minute ago, at the very least. Also, you notice that your lane is pushing, and Caitlyn has about this, she has a bit more health than Twitch, but about the same health. And because you have minion, I misclick all the time. Because you have minion advantage, wait, there we go. You can play a bit more aggressive than what you are. You can play a bit more forward. Oh, okay, your shield wasn't up, my bad. You shield yourself there for no reason, this is a big mistake. And because you notice that you have full health and Twitch has none, basically, you should be saving your shield for Twitch. Twitch is the one who needs to auto the minions. You don't need to auto minions, so Twitch is the one who you need to be shielding. And that shield didn't do anything for you. Either shield yourself when you're auto attacking the enemy or when they're attacking you. Okay. Even there, you know, just trading 1 auto, you can take that auto on your HP. Because now, if Caitlyn... And just take that auto on your HP and save the shield. Because now if Caitlyn can just Q here, Q Twitch. And it's like a full damage Q, because it doesn't pass through minions. If Caitlyn Qs Twitch here, he's extremely low HP. If she adds in an auto there, you know, he might have to recall. So just save the shield for Twitch when he's this low. Oops. Now you have shielded yourself instead of shielding Twitch. You could have shielded that auto. Because Twitch's HP is more important than your HP as a support. Mess up the shield again, right? When you should be shielding is when the auto is mid-air. And that takes a bit of practice. But you have 37 ping, which is about the same that I have, so I know that it's perfectly possible. I was even doing this when I had 50 ping back in like a year ago. So it's perfectly possible to do. Okay, you are there. I mean, this ward is okay, but you do know that the jungler is probably top side, but he could be bot side, so it is fine. It is fine. No. Let's go back here. So she Qs. Wait. Where is it? Oh, I think I went back. Did I go back an entire minute? Oh, I did. Wow. My bad. Messed up the hotkeys there. My bad. Trying to get used to these hotkeys, which let me skip time in VLC. Okay, they replaced the ward, and now the Q should come in from Karma soon. Shield yourself. I mean, just back up there, right? When she Qs you, you can run out this way so that the second Q doesn't hit you. Because when she mantra Qs, which is her ulti and then Q, this Q hits you 2 times. So if you run this way instead, it only hits you 1 time, and you shield the entire damage. There you get hit a second time. You can't really duel them at this point. Your shield is down. Karma still has, I believe she has, yeah, she has W on you, and I believe she has E as well, which is her shield. On top of that, Caitlyn is more healthy than Twitch, and the wave is pushing into you. So just let them push into you and start, you know, CSing this under turrets. Yeah. I mean, I have not watched this trade, but I could already see this is going to go bad. Your shield is down when you start the trade. Or you shield the incoming Q damage. Kind of rough. Wow. There. Wait. Yeah, you could have shielded him, right? Your shield is up, you don't shield him. And when you see Caitlyn, come on, wait. When you see Caitlyn, you see she has headshot because her hands are kind of glowing. And she's walking straight up to Twitch. You know what's gonna happen from like way back. Like, you know she's gonna auto Twitch. So you should already be hovering your E over Twitch, and just as soon as you see the auto proc, there, shield her. Wait, get the fucking free screen. Hold on. There the auto is. You see the auto, shield Twitch, shield Twitch. And you don't even auto her. Shield Twitch, auto Caitlyn because she's autoing Twitch, and Karma is all the way back there. If you shield Twitch there and you auto Caitlyn, now you win the trade, right? Now, the way you played it, you lose the trade. Ugh, kind of rough. You know, so many people say that it's so easy to play Janna and you just press E. The difficulty is in using your abilities correctly, and that's the same for each champion. Sure, she might be easier to use than some, but I still see like Platinum and even Diamond players messing up how to use shield in lane. So, just kind of defending my own Janna main here, that, you know, it does take skill. There you can shield yourself. If Karma just autos you there, maybe you don't waste the shield on yourself, because you still have one potion, right? But when she Qs you, shield yourself. And the wave is pushing into you. When you see them walk up like this, you see Caitlyn has headshot because her hands are glowing. Karma is walking into you. And they have all these minions which are pushing into you. Just walk back. The only time you want to walk forward is when this creep is about to die. You want to walk up about here so that you're in the XP range, okay? Other than that, you have no reason to be in this area, which you aren't right now. Just something to think about when they're playing aggressive and when the lane is pushing into you. What? Play? Okay, good. I believe you get the XP from this one. No. As I said, hold on. Here, you get the XP. Just walk back. Don't use your shield. Just walk back. There is no way. Just think about your spells. Your Q basically deals no damage because that's just how it is. Karma Q deals a lot of damage. Now your E shields, I think it shields a bit more than Karma E, but it still is almost the same. On top of that, well, nothing more. So basically, Karma deals more damage and she shields for about as much damage as you do at this point in the game. So just taking this trade, it makes no sense. Add to that fact that if Karma Qs you right here, Caitlyn will just be able to follow up with her Q. Just let this push into you. Don't challenge this. Yeah, you lose that trade pretty heavily and you may die. Okay, you waste flash there. And your potion should have been taking. As soon as Karma gets onto you like that, take the potion. Twitch is going to lose that trade as well. But that trade is just your fault. It's you playing way too aggressive. Now you have to be very, very careful. And just wait for your HP to regen up. When you auto that... never mind. I think he still... it still takes 2 turret shots. But basically, there's no reason to auto this creep, right? Because it just takes 2 turret shots and then Twitch autos it once. No. You want to save your shield in this situation just for Twitch. Stand a bit back and shield him, because Twitch has to walk up to get the to auto these caster minions, right? And you almost die there. Well, I mean, how aggressive, like, you kind of walk up there. If those players are good, Caitlyn will just hit the wrong button. Caitlyn will just stand here and she can auto you and Q you, right? So you can't walk up like that, really. I know you want to help him last hit, and that's good, but at your HP, you're so close to dying. Yeah. Okay. I mean, at this point, you may want to consider just recalling. To like reset. Now, Twitch is still fairly healthy, but if Twitch gets down to like this HP, just recall, right? Oh, there we go. When Hecarim pings that he's on his way, just ping him back. You're significantly lower HP than the enemy. They will have minion advantage, like a tiny minion advantage, because they will kill these minions and they will just have all these three. You have exhaust, that's all you have up, and you don't know where the enemy jungler is, I assume. I haven't seen him. I haven't been paying that much attention to the map, but I haven't seen the enemy jungler. So if they counter gank this, oh, you're so screwed. On top of that, Janna is a very poor support to gank for, because your entire CC is your QW, which is very weak. Twitch only has his slow too. Hecarim isn't the best ganker in the world, especially not if he doesn't have red buff, which I don't believe he has because he started red buff. So you should just be pinging him back. On top of that, Caitlyn still has her health potions, her biscuit. So this is like 170 health, I believe. So her HP advantage is huge right now. Even if they don't get a counter gank, they're likely to win this trade if they play it out correctly. So I'm actually quite interested in how this works out. Let's see. I can't really see this. Also, add to the fact, this is most likely warded. Okay, they have pushed you in for so long. Of course they ward this. So obvious. Yeah, and you can see by the way they're playing, what Karma is all the way back here, when earlier she was in this bush for all the time. Yeah, so this must be warded. Still, Twitch walks up. And all you can really do here is shield him, right? You want to exhaust people so that they don't deal damage. That exhaust is not really necessary, right? Don't want to use it for the slow. So as I said, that gank would not work out. Now, it did work out better than it should have, because I believe they did have vision in this bush. I believe Caitlyn was just tunnel visioning on Twitch, because the way Karma played. And you shouldn't be relying on the enemy having that poor map awareness. Now the wave is pushing. You telling Twitch share care doesn't really mean anything, you know, because Twitch can't safely get these minions. So if he's 1v2, right? So just tell Twitch recall. Okay, I know this is poor recall timing because you want to shove it into turret first, but just tell him to recall, because there is nothing you can do here, or that he can do. He can't get these minions if the enemy plays it somewhat correctly, so just tell him to recall. Basically, if you want to give your teammates directions, be as clear as possible, and telling Twitch to care doesn't really mean anything. Like, what is he going to do with that information? You get a sightstone. Wait, how much gold do you have? Okay. You should get a potion. You have gold for a potion. Always get a potion if you're early in the laning phase. Getting the sightstone though, I mean, I think it's worth it here to just upgrade your coin. Generally, when I want to get sightstone, is so I can get the sweeper and deny the enemy team vision. Right, basically. 2 reasons you want to get Sidestone. Use Sweeper to deny the enemy team vision so that your jungler can gank. As I've already told you, Janna is not that good to gank for, so it's not necessary. Or it doesn't do much for you. Second reason you want to get Sidestone is if you're winning lane so hard, so that you can safely walk up and get wards down here and here. Because if you have those 2 wards down, you can ward here instead if you want to. So you have wolves. If you get those 2 wards down in this side of the jungle, you know where the enemy jungler is a large percentage of the time. So getting Sidestone here doesn't do anything for you. On top of that, if you get the coin upgrade, you can get a refillable potion, which is good because they're poking you a lot. So I think this purchase is questionable. Wait, what? Okay. Oh. I mean, that ward, you have to consider how the game is going to play out. Twitch, you should be telling Twitch to freeze this lane, probably, right? Because you can't shove this, because it's a cannon minion, you can't shove this into turret before they get back. Okay, because they have Karma, which can shield Caitlyn, which gives her bonus movement speed. So you should probably just be freezing this lane and deny them as much minions as you can before they get back. So the lane, when they get back, should be about here. If the lane is here, then the only ward you need is right there, in this bush. Let me pick on the minimap, in this bush. You don't need this ward, right? Because if Rammus wants to gank you, he has to go through here. So that ward is a bit questionable. Now, I believe you start pushing with Twitch here. As I've said, just freeze here, man. The enemy is quite a bit stronger than you, just because of the natural ability of their champions. And by the way the lane is right now, they can just freeze. Because you have 4 caster minions and 3 melees, and they only have 3 casters. So they can freeze here. Now probably because it is Karma Caitlyn, they probably will push this because they have so much push spells. But as you can see, Twitch can't really walk up here. Also, I don't think you've hit tab to check the items. So it's kind of difficult from, like, it becomes a bit difficult. I don't know whether Caitlyn has BF Thwart or not. If she has BF Thwart, then you need to play more careful than if she doesn't, right? Shield, I mean, you try to shield Twitch there, the shield comes in a bit late. That's just like a mistake which happens. When Karma walks up like that and she tries to Q, right? Here, she tries to Q Twitch, you can see that by her movement. Either she's going to Q Twitch or auto Twitch. Position yourself a bit more forward and auto Karma. Right? Because she's in your 2 auto range, like both, wait, let me rephrase that. Twitch's auto range is like this. Yours is like this. And Caitlyn is like this, right? Nice circles. So you're both basically in Karma range because she's about to step into here. Caitlyn is not. So you both can auto Karma. And you can win the trade by both autoing her. Because I don't believe you auto her here. Let me check. No, you don't auto her. Now Caitlyn did walk up there, so you know, it may have been a bit risky to go for the auto. So it may have been fine, actually. Now you see Caitlyn has headshot. As soon as you see her hand sliding like that, she has headshot. And you want to save your shield for when she autos. Caitlyn can headshot, yeah. Just be careful. Caitlyn has headshot. Just fall back when Caitlyn has headshot. And just wait for her to use her passive on her on her minions instead of on you. There it's good. When Twitch goes aggressive like that, that was a mistake probably by Twitch. But when he does that, it's good that you shield him. Because it gives him like dueling power in the sense that they can't retaliate because he has shield, and it gives him bonus AD. Again, you see Caitlyn have headshot and you're walking up. You should be falling back. Also, using your Q, it deals basically no damage. Especially if it's the Q deals more damage when it's fully charged, the longer it charges. So basically, don't use your Q to trade like that. It costs a lot of mana, and you want to save Q if Rammus comes in, right? So you can Q him away. Also now, I see that Caitlyn has BF sword. So you need to be a bit careful. Yeah. You walk up, okay, I'm probably gonna stop mentioning it now, but whenever Caitlyn's hand is lighting, you know she has headshot. Actually, you know, I think her hands are lighting because she has Warlord's passive, and her gun is like, let me check that. Yeah, her gun has some animation when she has headshot procs. But you should notice that she has headshot. Also, if you're not quite sure how to see it, you can just click her portraits, and when this is like this, she has headshot. This is Warlords, this is headshot. So you shield late there, but you shouldn't even have to shield there, right? Because you shouldn't be in range for her to headshot. Also, because you spammed your Q so much in lane, now you're low on mana, which means that if Rammus comes, you might not be able to use your full abilities, right? You level up ultimate with your cursor again, start using the keyboard. Here you walk into Caitlyn range for no reason. When you play Janna, just stand a bit more back and be ready to, basically at this point in the game, you're so weak, shielding yourself isn't worth it very much anymore. Focus on shielding Twitch when he's trading. Don't shield yourself. As you see, your auto is like no damage. Karma will regen that so quickly. You auto the minion there. You want them to push into you because you can't really fight them, right? Normally you want to counter push Karma Caitlyn, but because you're behind in this lane and you're kind of weak, again, I don't know which items Twitch has, so I believe he should be down in CS, but I'm not entirely sure because you haven't hit tab. But Twitch probably has less items, so you probably want them to push into you. You shield yourself there. I mean, just stop shielding yourself. By the way, when I say let them push into you, I don't mean let them push you to turret. I mean try to get the freeze here. So when they have more minions than you and the minion wave is about here, you can start autoing the minions so that they don't crash into your turret, right? Okay, you're shielding yourself all the time. Basically, when you hit about level 4, that's when you're significantly weaker and you want to start focusing your shields on your AD, not on yourself. Need to get out. Yeah. Well, yeah, you really should be stopped going for these auto trades with Caitlyn. Just no way you win. And you need to focus on shielding Twitch, which I've said about 1,000,000 times right now. I know you can't really fix them in retrospect. Okay. Well, you know, keep walking up like that on Janna, which deals no damage. It's pointless. And then you just walk in front of the turret for no reason, taking extra damage. When you're pushed into turret like that, just stand a bit behind and shield Twitch whenever he takes damage. Okay. Yeah, so you know it's warded. I mean, do we even go for this? I mean, you know... Okay, this should be, of course, sweeped before, but as soon as you see that they have a ward there, the gank is basically over, you know? There's no way that you can get this. Maybe Karma. Yeah, this is my fear. Since you don't know where Rammus is, and they knew where your gank was coming from, you know, it's it can get really ugly. Twitch may die here. The only reason this is somewhat okay, I think it's bad, but the only reason this may work out for you is because you have all these disengage tools. You have flash, you have exhaust, you have ulti, you have Q, and you have shield. Missed your Q there. Bit of a mistake, right? Shit happens. Right. Let me see. Wait. Here, you want to knock him away with your ultimate or your Q as soon as possible, right? You don't want to wait for Rammus to be able to taunt Twitch, because then you're screwed. Now Twitch is taunted. Yeah, you knock him away, but you should try to get the ulti away a bit sooner so he doesn't get taunted. But that's small things. I mean, yeah, just run, just run, just run. You autoing him here? No. Here you're in front of Hecarim, so you're giving Hecarim 8% movement speed boost by your passive. If you turn around and start autoing Rammus, first of all, no way you're gonna kill Rammus. Second of all, Hecarim will be in front of you, so you won't give Hecarim the movement speed boost. Alright. Also, as a... yeah. Well, okay. Wait, what the fuck does Hecarim... Oh, he gets taunted. Wait, he gets taunted, right? Here you have Q. Here you have Q. Q Rammus, Q Rammus, Q Rammus. Oh, you shield him. Okay, you don't have mana if you shield him. Okay, so you either shield him or you Q Rammus. So, need to be a bit more efficient with your mana in lane, so that you can save your spells for the all-in, which may happen. You have shield. Shield Malphite, more, man. Like, you have shield that entire time while Malphite is getting fucked. Oh, you shield yourself. Oh boy. Yeah. Wait. Like, there is nothing at this point that you can achieve by walking up. You have no damage in your auto attacks through playing Janna, Christ's sake. And you won't achieve anything by walking up. Sit behind, shield Twitch. Now you shield yourself, Twitch gets fucked, and he dies. Right? Just walk away now. They're gonna get this turret. There's no way that you can defend this turret 1v3. Just walk away. Okay, yeah. Now you burn flash. I mean, as I said, you're not gonna defend a turret that's Janna 1v3 without mana. It's just not gonna happen. So you burn flash here for no reason. I don't know if Hecarim can... yeah. You should be pinging him back, you know. Going 1v3 as Hecarim, and then on top of that, Rammus shows up. Whoopsie, right? Can't do anything. Aha, you may get a kill here. You do. I mean, it's whatever, you know. You get a kill. Hecarim whines a bit in chat, you know. It's, gotta blame someone. Either you can get Corn here or you can get Ardent Sensor. I probably would get Ardent Sensor since you need to kind of... Basically, when you're behind in the game like this, you need to get items ASAP, as soon as possible. Because you need to stop them from snowballing. So you can't really get your Coin here upgraded. Okay. Right. Okay. You can't contest this Ocean Drake because you're so far behind. But the one thing that you should note is longer lanes are naturally more risky to be in than short lanes. And Twitch has no escape whatsoever. His only escape is you helping him, basically. So you should be telling Twitch to go to the middle lane, which is the short lane. And you should tell your mid laner, which is Malphite, I believe, to go bot lane. Because that's the riskier lane. And Malphite is tanky, to some degree. I don't know what his build is. And Malphite has his ultimate, which is great for escaping. So just tell Twitch to go mid lane right now. Yeah, just place down a Q, a tornado, let it charge up, and hope that it steals the dragon. It's probably not going to do it, but you know, may want to go for the Q. Have you placed it? No. And the longer the Q charges, the more damage it deals, right? So you can't just throw it out like instantly, you need to charge it up. Yeah, you throw it down, you're probably not going to get the steal. Yeah, you don't. Pin your teammates back. Why are you contesting an Ocean? And I know you're not the one engaging here, but this is your responsibility to pin your teammates back. Why are you contesting an Ocean Dragon? You know, when you're going to lose the team fight regardless, you're going to lose the fucking dragon. This makes no sense. Even if you get the dragon here, is it worth it to lose the team fight? No. Okay. Yeah, you lose the team fight. I mean, you shouldn't even be able to get one kill there. You should just get dominated if they play it correctly. And maybe you die. Yeah, I think you die. Yep. Push top, I get. Oh, Hecarim. How are you doing, man? We need to... Yeah, so Hecarim, I think he was the one who engaged, basically. So it's kind of weird that he says you need to stop fighting, but... You know, gotta have someone to blame. Or something to blame at the very least. Oh, I just saw Twitch items there. He almost has Blade for King finished. So... Yeah, this is a common mistake in low elo, right? When one of the... If you're playing bot lane, when one of the bot turret falls, either head mid lane... Actually, what you should be doing right now, top lane is the safest lane, because they have both turrets up. So it's a very short lane. Mid lane... Wait, let me... Top lane is like this long, to the middle way. Mid lane is like this long, right? Because you have lost turret. So just send Twitch top and you top, and tell Shen to go bot lane, and tell Malphite to stay mid lane. Right. Also, there's no dragon, so you don't have to worry about them taking dragon if you go top. Think about, like, Twitch is pushing right now. Think about where the enemy team could be. They just got Rift Herald, but you don't know that when Twitch, like 2 seconds ago. The enemy could literally be, they could be all, like 4 people there. They could be all here, like you have no idea where they are, right? Just send Twitch top. And this is your responsibility, to ping Twitch back and to tell him where to go. Now what you're doing instead is you're following Twitch. You're going bottom with him. You tell him to care, which doesn't really mean anything, right? Like, what does Twitch take from care? It doesn't mean anything. It just means careful, you know, like, give him clear advice. Like, tell him Twitch, recall, go top lane, Shen, go bot lane. Everyone can understand that call. Now, whether your team listens to that, that's out of your control, right? But what you need to do is tell them that, okay? That ward is fine. You sweep that, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea to be a bit careful there, because you don't have a lot of vision. Now you see Rammus. Yeah, you should be going there. Okay. One thing to note, right? I don't know if this is a bug, but for some reason, Janna shield on turret does not shield Rift Herald damage. I don't know why that is, or if it's gonna get changed or anything, but you shielding the turret here actually doesn't shield damage from Rift Herald. Just one tiny thing to notice, right? And you'll see that now that I play, I think. Yeah, shield is still up, right? Just shield Twitch there instead, and yeah. Basically, one thing you should note about Janna is that it's usually like 9 out of 10 times, if your teammate is near, it's more efficient to shield them and let them clear the minions safely than to shield the turret, right? So just shield the Twitch here. And just use that as a general rule, that probably the only time you really want to shield the turret is if you're the only one defending the turret, right? If you have a teammate there, shield your teammate instead. So now you lose both Twitch and the turret. Let me see how much. You did say the game ended rather quickly, but it's still 13 minutes left, so... I mean, I lost the game yesterday in like 14 minutes, so it isn't the quickest game, but yeah, they do start snowballing. No, like, when you have no HP and there's nothing you can really bring to it, just recall here, you know, get full HP. Yeah. Also, you're buying cloth armor here. I know I already discussed your build. What? Okay, so you getting cloth armor makes no sense. You want to get the sensor as soon as possible. Okay. So let's just take a second to think about the game and where it's heading, basically. Baron is about to spawn in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It is unlikely that you will be able to contest Dragon or Baron because you're so far ahead. What you want to do right now is kind of bait them into, like, the most optimal ideal situation for you is bait them into diving you, right? But in general, you can't really do too much right now, from my perspective. What you can do is walk up, get some vision around Baron, and maybe, like, it is unlikely that Hecarim can steal it, but get some vision so that you know. If you get vision around Baron, when they start doing Baron, then at least you know they're doing it, right? Now you don't know where the enemy is, because they're probably just recalled. And the enemy should be setting up vision around Baron right now. So you can't walk up there and set up vision for yourself, because you may die doing so. They could be 3 people in this bush, right? So a bit of a risky ward there. Yeah, it's okay to go for, but you know, you could die there. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, oh, the Vel'Koz is coming there too? Yeah. I mean, your defense right now is this. It's just your base. Wait. Can I get my pen a bit thinner? Oh, that's not it. Wait, let me change my pen. There we go. There we go. Your defense is this. You can't contest Dragon or Baron. Shielding the outer turret, or defending the outer turret is the most difficult one to defend. Don't defend this. Don't even, commit to defending this. Just defend this. And pin your teammates back. Alright. You do one, you do one ping back. It's late, right? Okay, now we do a couple of pings. But your pings are too late. And you even following up here doesn't add anything, right? Because now, wait, you walking up here, now you're baiting Malphite to join the fight as well. This fight is already lost. Hecarim is about to die. Shen is half HP, so he's gonna die, somewhat soon. If you and Hecarim come, are you gonna kill them? No way you're gonna kill them, right? You have no chance. Turtle around this turtle. Make them dive you, and then you can fight, because then you have the turret advantage, right? I mean, this is fine to shield and shield Shen and ulti them back, but you should be pinging Malphite back. Don't make him join the fight. Also take... Oh, Caitlyn is not in the fight. I don't think you knew that, because Caitlyn could have been in the red side jungle the entire time, but now he's... Wait, let me see if you saw Caitlyn earlier. Oh, okay, so Caitlyn... Oh, okay, my mistake. Caitlyn is missing. Okay. Or she's in the bottom side of the map. I did not notice that. Twitch is not there either, but Twitch is weaker than Caitlyn at this stage of the game. So Malphite dies. Shen and you will probably survive. Just back off. You can't defend this turret, no way. Shen doesn't have any HP, and as Janna, your entire strength is just shielding, your teammates. Just fall back. Okay. Yeah, because they have Kled too. Yeah. Now you die. You flash there. Well, you should have just... If you walk back there and ping Shen back, I'm quite sure that he will fall back, right? Now you stay. Holy crap, you're gonna defend the turret 1v3 at 20 minutes when you're very far behind? No, you're not. You're about to die. And you even shield the turret instead of your shell and yourself. Whoops. Alright. Oh! Twitch gets the solo killing. Oh, okay, I guess Hecarim helped him some way. Yeah. Oh. Wait, let me pause now, because now I see the scoreboard. Okay, so Malphite has gone complete, AP. He has no defense. You're also quite squishy, which is fine, because you're playing Janna, which is what you should be. Twitch has the correct build. And their Vel'Koz is very fed. So Caitlyn is quite fed, Vel'Koz is very fed, and Kled can probably kill Shen fairly easily, right? Okay. Sorry if my chair is making noises. Oh. Basically, this game is still possible to win as long as you have your 3 inhibitor turrets up. When those fall, they can get the inhib quite easily, and once the inhib is down and when they get Baron, they can just end the game. But as long as your inhib turrets are still up, that's your only chance of winning this game. Yeah, shield him. Okay. Yeah, you're telling him to get red buff here. That's good, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so here, you don't know where they are, I think. You want to be careful here, you know. You want to you want to let them dive you in your inhibitor turret. Just ping your teammates back. You just want to turtle and stall the game for as long as possible. Let Twitch get big and let you, get big with him. Don't force fights in the jungle, especially when you don't have vision. I mean, even though you win that fight, you don't know where the enemy is, right? So, you should not be able to win that fight because you don't have the... well, that pink ward is extremely awkward. Does nothing. Maybe that's a misclick because that's a very strange pink ward. Right? Your base is what you should have been defending the entire time. Now they might get the inhibitor's turret for free. And you should be looking at your turret, by the way, and see how much health it has. Just ping Hecarim back, like, you want them to dive you, right? You may be able to create something here, because Kled is top lane. Okay. Yeah, just fall back and collapse onto Kled. Use your ward to ward in this lane, right? So you know when they are pushing up and where they're going. If they're going to help Kled or if they're going to get the inhib turret. So just place the ward in the middle of the lane. Yeah, fall back. Well, holy fuck, you're screwed. Yeah. You see Karma down here earlier. You see her here on your screen. Just walk here, right? And don't clear this ward, because what does clearing this ward really allow you to do, right? They will just place a new ward there. It's not like you denying this vision really like lets you get any picks on the enemy team. Just start defending your base, right? And if you have the ward right here in the lane, which I suggested, then you know beforehand when you're gonna push your inhib turret and you can start defending it, right? Whoops, both of you die. Even, yeah, we'll see if more people die. But basically now they can get the inhib turret. When they get the inhib turrets, then they can get the inhib, then they can get Baron, and the game is over, right? Maybe they can get Rammus. Wow, he's tanky. Oh, they get Rammus, so they can't secure Baron because they don't have a smite. And you get Kled too. But this is just, random kills, if you know what I mean. This isn't due to you, playing this correctly in any way. This is just the enemy team messing up. And they still get the inhib, which is the most important objective. So, you're getting those kills. Yeah, it's nice to get some gold, but they get the inhib, which is really what matters at the end of the day. I think now, by the way, for your items, because you haven't upgraded your coin, it may just, it's probably better to just get Redemption or Lock It as soon as possible. Because your goal right now is just to win one very lucky team fight for you, so that you can stall the game even further. Don't upgrade your coin. You don't need the coin upgrade. Because basically, upgrading coin into Eye of the Oasis, I think it's called, something like that. It gives you one extra ward, right? And it gives you one level up on your spells. That level up on your W doesn't give you much. And one extra ward, where you want to be right now, maybe you can contest this. Yeah, you probably want to contest this Baron because your inhib is down. If you still have an inhib turret up, maybe don't contest Baron. But since you don't have that, yeah, you do want to contest this Baron. So what you want to do is just get items for team fights right now and just try to win them. Well, Yeah. You need to ping him back. Twitch is recalling. Yeah, and now you may have a team... Ooh! Now you may have a team fight when Twitch is not there. And wait. I know you ping him back. Let me see. Yeah, you ping him back three times. So, yeah. He should know that, you know, he shouldn't be fighting. But now, when the team fight is going on, you should still be pinging them back. Just spam ping. Back, 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 back. I mean, it's just such a poor team fight. You want to focus your shields on Twitch, but because Twitch isn't there, then what can you really do? Oops. Yeah, they're probably gonna go for Baron here, although... I mean, they may have just been able to end, you know? But they're gonna take the safe route, which is go for Baron. Just ping Shen back. I mean, is Shen gonna steal a Baron from a Rammus with Smite? No. Ping him back, like... Yeah, just ping him back. Don't shield him, you know, don't Q the enemy, just ping him back. What you should be doing right now is shielding Twitch, so that he can clear these minions quicker. Right. Because it gives Twitch AD, it gives him on-hit magic damage, it gives him attack speed. And if you stay with Twitch, then you get XP from the minions. Malphite can clear these minions alone, right? Oh, Caitlyn is coming. I mean, you don't really want to defend this turret. They're gonna get this turret sooner or later. Just give it up, you know? Because you don't have vision, they could be flanking you like this, and then they collapse onto you and Malphite. You are super squishy, and Malphite has gone glass cannon. So, you can just die. And if you both die here, and they have Baron, the game is lost. But, like, so... If the enemy team dives you now, and both you die, then they can't win a team fight 3v5, and the game is lost. If they get this turret, well, nothing really changes. So, you know, just give up the turret. I mean, you Q there, you waste a bit of mana. That Q isn't going to change anything. Yeah, just fall back. Don't even fall back. Yeah, okay. You should save your shield for Twitch. Don't even shield the turret, just shield Twitch. Shield Twitch. Ooh, maybe... Wait, let me take an actual look at that team fight. You shield the turrets, your shield is down for Twitch. That's the first mistake. You should save your Q there until Clyde is fully engaging onto Twitch. Shield Twitch now. You shield Hecarim. Shield Twitch to give Twitch the attack speed and the bonus AD and all that juicy stuff. Because Hecarim should just be falling back right now. Also, the way you make sure that you're shielding Twitch and not Hecarim, press E and press Twitch's avatar or profile right here. Don't press on the screen when they're standing on top of each other. So make sure you shield Twitch. There you can shield, your shield is down, never mind. Your Q there, I mean, yeah, just save Q for when you know that you can hit it. Don't just throw it out randomly. Shield Shannon. Shen. Not Shannon. Shen. Yeah, walk back, run back, run back. You're not gonna die here from that shot, so... Wait. Okay, Shen almost... I mean, I didn't think you were gonna die by that shot, but when I saw the damage, I'm not quite sure. Getting Warden's Mail here. No, this is wrong. You should get Locket or Redemption. Shield Twitch. You should W Rammus there too, so... Yeah, he's dead. Level up your ultimate with your cursor instead of your keyboard. Oh, wow. You're actually turning this around. I don't think Twitch is gonna catch that karma, yeah. And now the quality is getting lower for some reason on this clip. I'm not quite sure why. Oh. Because you getting Warden's Mail, I mean, you don't want to get attacked at all by now. You should just stand behind Twitch. Alright? So getting Warden's Mail doesn't really, like, you don't need tankiness. You need Twitch to be tanky. And if you give him Locket or Redemption, then he becomes more tanky. And your teammate gets tankier as well, right? And middle inhib is up. Yeah. Alright. Okay. You walking, you know, just defend your base. Like, never walk past this line, right? Just defend your base. You don't want to force any engage right now. Just defend. Because they could all just be standing, you know, behind this little wall right here. And they could be forcing some cheeky engage onto Twitch. Just defend. Whoops. Don't use your Q for wave clear at this point of the game, especially not if you don't charge it beforehand. It deals no damage, and you're wasting mana, which you should save for team fights. Only time you may want to consider using Q is if you have full mana. Also, you're sitting at 1k gold. Go to the fountain and get the money spent, basically. So that you're as strong as possible. Like, you know the team fight is about to break out, right? You know that it's going to be one team fight, and then either you win the team fight and you can stall the game out more, or you lose the team fight and you lose the game. Spend your gold. Like, you know, you're just, like, throughout this entire game, I've seen you throw so many Qs which makes no sense. Like, you should be using 1/3 of the Qs that you're using at most. So just take note of that. Wait. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, there we go. Rammus is going to go for Twitch. Your Q is down because you used it for no reason. Right now, like, at this distance, shield Twitch. Don't wait for Rammus to hit him. Shield Twitch. You know he's gonna go for Twitch. Twitch is like your only carry. Hecarim is a bit tanky. Shen is tanky. Malphite does have some tankiness due to his, basically the champion. So you just want to shield Twitch. There your shield comes down. Right? Way too late. You don't use exhaust? Wait. Exhaust Rammus, because Rammus is actually dealing a lot of damage right now. Due to Thornmail, basically, and he has... yeah, Thornmail, basically, is all his damage and his abilities. Exhaust Rammus, shield Twitch, and position yourself right here, and ulti Rammus away. And when you're ulting, don't cancel your ultimate. You know, keep the ultimate up so that you heal Twitch as well. Because keeping Twitch alive is all you need to focus on, right? If you play Janna and you have a Twitch who is reasonably, like, who isn't super weak, just throw all your abilities to defend him fully. If you're in a team fight, that is. Exhaust and... I mean, think about it, you know, like, Exhaust, Ultimate, and Q have not been used by you. So that's 3 major abilities which you have not used to defend Twitch. Because you used Q on Caitlyn for no reason earlier. Ah, Twitch survives. Wow. Now you exhaust Rammus when exhaust is used for damage reduction. Rammus is not attacking anyone right now. And what? I'd missed your ultimate? Oh. Use the ultimate for its full duration. Don't just cancel your ultimate. Your ultimate is healing your allies, right? Oh, I should have... Okay. I was gonna say you should have shielded Hecarim, but I think your shield was... Yeah, and don't fuck... Like, what are you gaining by walking up to Rammus? Are you gonna kill him? No. Just stay back and wait for Twitch, who's in the fountain right now, to come back. When he comes back, he still has ultimate. Shen, why am I saying that? Shen still has ultimate. Shield Twitch when he comes back, and he can just start dealing some damage. Just now, you may die. And if you die, then Twitch can't really do anything in team fights. Because Twitch relies on your shield and your Ardent Sensor to be useful in team fights. Oh, you survive here. But now you have no mana for Twitch. And you... So because you don't have mana and your E is down, you can't actually shield Twitch. So Twitch dies to the Thorn Mail. Let's watch this again. This is hilarious. Look at this. Look at this. Twitch is dying. Twitch is dying. Oh my god. So if you shield Twitch there, if you have mana, then obviously he gets the shield. But more importantly, he heals on every single auto due to Ardent Sensor. So, I mean, that's funny to me, but... Yeah, Twitch dies there. And this is game, right? This is game. This is GG. Now the game, and you buy that, like, what is that? Yeah, I know the game is over, but what is the point of buying that, you know, 1 extra ward? Because that's basically what the Eye of the Oasis gives you. Gives you 1 extra ward. Doesn't do anything for you at this point of the game, does it? But yeah, the game is completely over. Well, yeah, you can just sit in Fountain right now. The game is lost. Yep. And, you know, that's what happens. So let's try to take a couple of points away from this. From this game. Okay, so I have a couple of points that I just want to finish the video with, that you can take away and learn from this this analysis or review. For the early game, first of all, always get E level 1, which is your shield on Janna. There are very few exceptions to this rule, and if you're low elo, you don't need to focus on the exceptions. Second of all, shield your AD carry in lane more often than you're shielding yourself, right? Because your AD carry deals more damage with his autos, he's just stronger than you, and your AD carry needs to be the one who's playing a bit more aggressive, because he needs to get the CS, right? You're not the one who needs to get the CS. Third of all, don't force trades with Janna. As Janna, you're a weaker laner in general than most enemy supports, and if you do force trades, you're likely to lose them, right? For the mid game, when you approach the mid game, ping your team back from dragon fights, which you know that you're very likely to lose, right? When you're as far behind as you were this game, just ping your team back from those dragon fights. One Ocean Drake isn't going to win the enemy team the game, but if they get Ocean Drake and win a team fight, then that may win them the game. Second of all, during the mid game, is as soon as one bottom turret falls and Like, wait, let me rephrase that. As soon as one bottom turret falls, if Drake is up, rotate to mid and tell your AD carry to rotate mid. Send your mid laner bot lane, right? If the dragon is down and both, or your top turret still is up, actually, if both top turrets still is up, I think. Yeah, because even if just one turret falls, it still makes the lane a lot longer. So if both top turrets are up, rotate top lane. And tell your top laner to go bot lane and your mid laner to stay mid lane. Right? The reason you want to do this is because top lane then becomes the safer lane, which is where you want your weak AD carry and yourself, right? And you want your top laner to go bot lane so you can still get the solo XP, so you can still level up and get some farm. Right? For the late game, set up vision around Baron if Baron is up, and it's safe for you to set up vision. If the enemy team is completely missing, you have no idea where they are, don't even go for the vision if you're this far behind, as you were in this game, right? But if it's somewhat safe to set up vision, go to Baron and get some vision down. And in the late game, when you're far behind, only fight for Baron or inhib turrets, right? You're defending this tier 1, this tier 2, this tier 2, and I'm pretty sure you died when you did all of those things, right? Just defend this line when you're far behind, right? So, especially when you have like a hyper carry like Twitch and Janna, which can just, screw the enemy up late game if you don't fall too far behind. And if you can just stall out the game long enough. So, those are my tips for you, and hopefully you start climbing a bit.